Hey, good morning. 2 minutes in the box with Gordo. Today is April 6th, 2025. Today we're going to recap last night's games and today's games and potential record-breaking day and the latest news and rumors in the NHL, the daily grind of news, rumors, and updates. 2 minutes in the box with Gordo. Let's recap last night's game, shall we? Oh yeah, we had 13 games last night. New Jersey Devils, no surprise, shutout win against the New York Rangers for nothing. The Florida Panthers losing another crucial game against the Ottawa Senators, 3-0 shutout. Ottawa Senators are climbing in that wild card spot. Could they be potentially making it to the third spot in the Atlantic Division? And the Florida Panthers, we'll get to that in a sec, but Sidney Crosby is a young man still at heart. Sid the kid, Sid the grown up, 5-3, gets his 14th career hat trick. And Dallas Stars, meanwhile, Evgeny Dadonov gets his second career hat trick and his first hat trick since February of 2018 against no other than the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby, just simply unreal. Father Time is basically on his side. Sidney Crosby, 4 point night. 4 point day game. Oh my goodness. Just simply unreal. Sidney Crosby still got it. And then, meanwhile, in the Pacific Northwest, the Vancouver Canucks winning 6-2 against the Anaheim Ducks. We all know the Anaheim Ducks are simply eliminated in the Canucks. So you're telling me there's a chance. And yeah, there is still a chance, but I guess it might be too late. And the preview of the potential first round matchup between the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings, no surprise, LA Kings 3-0 victory over the Edmonton Oilers. And Kuzmenko, Trevor Lewis, and Kevin Fiala. Kevin Fiala, another 30-goal season. Just simply wow. The LA Kings, they are in sole control, second place in the Pacific Division. Boston Bruins eliminated for the playoffs, but they get a very valuable win, 5-1. And David Pastrnak, 5 point night, 3 goals, 2 assists, another hat trick in the mantle, but 5 points. Pretty damn impressive. Pretty damn impressive indeed. And shootout between the Buffalo Sabres and Tampa Bay Lightning. Buffalo Sabres gets the dub on this one. Braden Point, 39 goals of the season. And Nikita Kucherov, 79 assists so far this season. It's just like, wow. He's a superstar. He is just a superstar. But the Buffalo Sabres, though, they get those valuable 2 points, but they are eliminated in the playoff chase. And I got to tell you, Tampa Bay clinched the playoff berth. Meanwhile, in hockey's capital in Canada, Toronto Maple Leafs 5-0 shutout victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets. And with that loss for the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Florida Panthers clinched another playoff berth. 6 consecutive years for the Florida Panthers in the playoffs. And Austin Matthews, give this guy a medal. 30 goals again for the Scottsdale native. And William Nylander, 44 goals. And Austin Matthews has got 71 points so far this season. Mitch Marner's got 70 assists. Jeez, oh, Pete. Wow. Toronto is a dangerous team. They could be winning their first division title in 25 years, which that division title was the Northeast Division title. All right, now we go with the Montreal Canadiens and the Philadelphia Flyers. Montreal Canadiens, man, they are playing hot. They are one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Lane Hudson, just a phenom. This dude's got a lot of assists, though, but just a spectacular player. And I'll tell you, Washington better be careful with this one. The Capitals better be careful against Montreal. The Canadiens are a very dangerous team, but their goaltending, they still have a little work to do with it. But I think Montreal's got a lot of firepower to them. St. Louis Blues against the Colorado Avalanche. No surprise here. The Blues, 12 in a row. This team is just unbelievable. 18-2-2 in their last 22 games. Jeez, wow. This St. Louis Blues team is a sequel to the Lauren Branigan Gloria of 2019 when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. But this team, wow. Jordan Bennington's turning the clock back, and it's just unreal, especially against a high, powerful Colorado Avalanche squad. And this team is just a juggernaut. I mean, the St. Louis Blues, just an unreal team. I mean, if I were Vegas or whoever's playing against St. Louis in the first round, I would be scared and not take them too lightly. I would be very scared. Oh, yeah. Speaking of being scared, the Winnipeg Jets losing another one to this time to Utah Hockey Club 4-1. And Utah, they're still trying to stay alive, but there's a slim hope of chance and opportunity. But let's just say that, Utah's got a very bright future ahead of them, but it's a lot to climb back into the playoff race. But I'll tell you, Utah's a very dangerous team, but some of those key losses and during the season really affected them in the standings. Honestly, I think they are still a good team, and I think they've got a very bright future. But Winnipeg, though, they are slumping like crazy. But on the other hand, at least they still had the lead in the Central Division because the Dallas Stars, they had opportunity, but they lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins earlier today. And the Vegas Golden Knights against the Calgary Flames, overtime dub for the Vegas Golden Knights. And I gotta say here, you know, Vegas increased their lead, and Pavel Dorovechev, he is unbelievable. 33 goals, very underrated player indeed. Doroveyev, he is unreal. And I tell you, Shea Theodore, 45 assists, 46 assists so far this year. 47, 3-point night for Shea Theodore. And, Riley Smith, he's back to being a misfit. No surprise there. And then meanwhile, Seattle Kraken 5-1 against the San Jose Sharks. And I gotta tell you, you know, the Kraken's got some good young pieces in the puzzle, but I think for the rest of the season, I think they're just gonna have fun, be loosey goosey until the end of the season. Honestly, I really think the Kraken are going to be rebuilding next season, not this season, this offseason, but the next offseason. All right, we got 8 games on the dock today, and we've got triple headers for TNT. We've got the Washington Capitals and against New York Islanders. Ovi trying to break Gretzky's all-time record in Belmont Park. And you've got the Dallas Stars against Minnesota Wild at 3 o'clock. And you've got the Florida Panthers against Detroit Red Wings at 5:30 in Hockey Town. And then meanwhile, you've got the Blue Jackets and Senators in Ottawa at 5 o'clock. And you've got the Sabres and the Bruins in Buffalo Sabres at 6 p.m. The Pittsburgh Penguins in Chicago against the Blackhawks at 6 p.m. 7 p.m. You got the Montreal Canadiens against the Nashville Predators. And on ESPN tonight, the Vegas Golden Knights against the Vancouver Canucks. And we got the latest standings and updates, and we've got 12 teams clinched, and we got 6 to go. So all 3 teams in the top of the Atlantic Division, Maple Leafs are in with 98 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, 94 points. They are in. The Florida Panthers with 92. They are in. In the Metropolitan, you've got the Washington Capitals with 107. They are in. The Carolina Hurricanes with 96. They are officially in. New Jersey Devils are third place in the Metro with 89. They are still waiting to clinch. The Ottawa Senators with 88 points. They are wild card 1 so far. Wild card 2, 83 points for the Montreal Canadiens. Meanwhile, we got some stragglers still, with the New York Rangers with 79, 77 for the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets, and the New York Islanders with 76. And meanwhile, the others are stragglers who are somewhat eliminated in my point of picture review. All right, now you've got the Winnipeg Jets, 108, top of the Central Division and top of the Western Conference. Dallas Stars with 104. They are in second place. They are in the playoffs. Colorado Avalanche, third place. They are officially in with 98 points. And then the Pacific Division, the Vegas Golden Knights with 100 points. They are officially in. The LA Kings with 97, second place. They are officially in. The Edmonton Oilers, third place with 93. They are still trying to find some answers, but they're still in it. And meanwhile, in the wild card, you've got the St. Louis Blues with 93 points with wild card 1, and the Minnesota Wild with 89 points as wild card 2. Meanwhile, you've got the Calgary Flames with 85 points, still trying to fight and still be alive. Then you've got the Vancouver Canucks with 83 points, still trying to fight, and the Utah Hockey Club with 82 points, trying to climb their way into the final wildcard spot. They have some points to go. They got 5 games to go. I think it's logistically impossible, but anything is possible in their standards. And the rest of those teams are officially eliminated from the playoffs. All right, now let's talk about the latest news and rumors of the day. Oh yeah, so we forgot to mention that Tage Thompson, 40 goals, and he is going to be playing for the US in the World Championships this summer, late spring, early summer. And I'll tell you, the Florida Panthers in their last 10 games, 3-6-1, not the best. Ottawa 5-4-1. But let's just put it this way. Yeah, this St. Louis Blues team is just like unbelievable. It's just remarkable. I just can't believe the St. Louis Blues. This team is just a phenom. I mean, just speechless to look at right now. And we go over the other rumors that Daniel Briere has been in talks with the Vancouver Canucks about acquiring Rick Tockett's services to become the next coach of the Philadelphia Flyers and a couple of draft picks in return. That is the possibility. And meanwhile, right here is that the Boston Bruins, they're going to be very aggressive in the offseason. And I wouldn't be surprised that the Boston Bruins try to pull out a Washington Capitals retool. And I'll tell you, Boston is a team that needs a lot of TLC right now. This team needs a lot of TLC, and they need the help right now. But here's the thing, the owners want they I don't know if it's going to be like a retool or a long rebuild. And especially with their ticket sales are very, very high right now, I think the fans are going to be staying away in Boston. It's one of those things. It's just one of those things. Like if I was a Bruins fan, like a lot of hockey fans are going to be like, if there's a lockout, if I was a fan and I see my team wasted their, window of opportunity and now I got to go endure a rebuild and a lockout, I would walk away for a while. I would definitely walk away. And it's not fun to go through a rebuild. Rebuilds suck, but it's the lean years, you've got to endure. You got to have thick skin. You got to be there to the end and you got to witness, the circle of life and the opportunity of building and climbing up the ladder and making sure that there's no errors. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down. It's one of those things in life and sports. And all in all, I really feel that this is going to be a very good day in the NHL. This is going to be a fun Sunday and everything else. And remember, like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, etc., TikTok, every platform. This has been 2 Minutes in the Box with Gordo, the daily grind of news, rumors, and updates. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the hockey. We'll be back on the air tomorrow.